I'm about to only eat Buc-ee's food for 96 hours.
You know who needs their own HGTV show? Beavers. Yeah, I said it. No one else is gonna say it, I'm gonna say it. The fact they can build a whole house, partially underwater, and to make it strong enough to withstand salmons and tilapia slamming into it all day because of the current, that's crazy. That's crazy. Ooh, there's people. Hey people! In this video, I'm gonna be eating only Buc-ee's food for 4 days, which also equals 96 hours. Why am I doing the Camp Rock legs? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We are gonna have 2 big meals a day, brunch and dinner, and I'm gonna critique and review every single piece of food I try. Oh, hey! That's a monster truck, that's a Zaddy. Zaddy! I'm gonna try as many Buc-ee's items as I possibly can. I'm hoping to try at least 40. It sounds like a lot, but throughout 8 meals, that's not that much. You know, it's like 5 items a meal. I don't even know if they have 40 items, but girl, I'm reaching high. I'm a perseverer, I'm a survivor, I'm a Reba McEntire. Now, a lot of you know I live in Orlando. I love being here. I love living here, but one thing we don't have is a Buc-ee's. Orlando is beaverless, a lot like my love life. Oh, I planned that one out and it came out so good. The closest Buc-ee's is in Daytona Beach, about an hour and 15 minutes away. So I have decided to stay at a hotel just to eat at Buc-ee's. And what about it? And what about it? You want to talk about mama? Is that pathetic to you? I think it's innovative. I think I'm putting my career first. Because if I had to drive an hour and 15 minutes back and forth every day, twice a day, I think I would probably not be sane anymore. I mean, am I sane now? Honestly, I'm not sure. I'd be less sane than I currently am. So I think it's a smart business choice and a good decision for my mental health as well, because that's important. You hear that? It's stronger than ever. We are literally taking a vacation, or as the Brits say, a holiday, just to eat at Buc-ee's. So I think this is gonna be such a fun adventure filled with food, life, laughing, love, and also a Holiday Inn, because that's where I'm staying. It was the closest hotel to the Buc-ee's. I don't wanna drive that much while I'm there. We'll be eating in the car, in the hotel room, wherever the beaver-scented breeze takes us. Oh, that's strong. I already smell it. I've actually only been to Buc-ee's once and I only tried a couple items, so I'm super hyped for this. I'm sweating. Last thing before we start driving. I know people like to call Buc-ee's bussies. Okay, they think it's so funny, they think it's so humorous. I personally don't. I think that's very distasteful. You know, my channel is the epitome of class and elegance, and I just don't find that kind of joke funny. You know, I have a buc-ee's. I got a big one too, and there's nothing funny about that. So give this video a big thumbs up if you're enjoying it. It's the easiest way to support little old me in my whole career. Also, subscribe. I make food content, fast food, restaurant food, theme park food, and cruise food. Okay, let's go. Road trip! Have you ever had a branch? Was it wooden? Right. Girlies, we're at Buc-ee's. I'm so hydrated now. Oh, I look flawless. It's this new tinted moisturizer I got. Not sponsored, but wow. It just fills up all my pores. Honestly, girl, clog them up if it's gonna make me look this radiant. Let's go in. So if you haven't heard of Buc-ee's, I think it's like the world's largest gas station or something, and they also have tons of food, and people love it. Like, it's like a whole lifestyle, not just for beavers, but also for people. They're welcoming me. Ooh, there was a bug. So this is the game plan. I'm hungry. So we're gonna have our first brunch right now. And then after brunch, okay, there's a guy screaming at me from his truck. He said, hey, oh. I thought he was gonna say something else. You know. But he didn't. Okay, these are nice people. We're gonna get our first brunch, and then after brunch, we're going shopping because I only have one beaver shirt. I'm gonna need a whole beaver wardrobe. And we can also explore everything the store has to offer, so I'm hyped. So this is the outside of Buc-ee's if you haven't seen it. This is it. It looks like a Chuck E. Cheese, but they don't serve uneven pizza here. All the pizza is even. Wait, do they have pizza? I don't think they have pizza. Never mind. So this is where people pump gas. I am not gonna be pumping gas because I have an electric vehicle. Not to brag, but I'm kind of saving the planet. I'm saving your home. Let's go in! Woohoo! Yes!
This is what everyone raves about. Wow. I have been here once, but it was bigger than I remember, to be honest. As you can see, this nice lady's making some pulled pork sandwiches. They're famous for their pulled pork. And they actually put quite a massive scoop of pork, guys. Like, I feel like I'm at Cold Stone, but for swines. And they also have this weird kind of steampunk looking contraption that can make something. I'm not totally sure what it makes because it was off, but I'm assuming some sort of nut. This is their iconic fudge. They have tons of flavors. We're gonna try a bunch of them throughout the week for sure. And this is their iconic jerky, tons of flavors of that as well. And this is the Buc-ee Mobile. I'm assuming it's called that. I mean, what else would it be called? The Beaver Bus, the Tooth Truck. They don't just have food girlies, they have merch, they have home items, they have tons of clothes and hats and a lot of apparel. Also some snacks and some household essentials, some medicines, and some water, and a lot more stuff. I'm just screaming out what I'm seeing. They also have this dessert section. Gotta try some of those. Looks amazing. And oh, who is this customer? I did not expect to see a supermodel in Buc-ee's. So for my very first brunch, I decided to get some chicken and fries in a little combo pack, some cherry maple beef jerky, some cheesy hot puffs, and of course I had to start the week with some fudge. So I got some birthday cake fudge and some Diet Cola by Buc-ee's himself. And this is everything together. Honestly, it looks great.
These chicken tendies smell pretty good. Let's try the Buc-ee's diet soda. Oh. It's not bad. It just kind of tastes like Coca-Cola mixed with berry Kool-Aid. There's like a hint of blueberry in there. Maybe beavers like blueberries and that's why. No, that doesn't make sense. They exclusively eat wood, cherry oak, timber, pencils. That's it. But that's interesting. It's not bad diet soda. It's just different. Ah! That stupid lid came off! Oh my God. This is what they get for using styrofoam cups. That's very outdated, and now my car has soda all over it. I don't have anything to dry it off with. I don't have paper towels, napkins, nothing. Well, I guess welcome to Buc-ee's, right? Guys, I gotta say, it was packed in there. I get that Buc-ee's is popular, but I just didn't know that many people were into beavers. There were men, there were women. It's 2025, okay? Be accepting. There were all kinds of people, so I had to battle the crowds just to get my sustenance, but I guess I'll just have to get used to that. We're doing it 8 times. Let's try these cheese-y puffs. Obviously, it's Buc-ee's version of a flaming hot Cheetos puff. Smells like cayenne pepper. Mmm. Mmm. I love these. Slime, I wouldn't call me beaver. These are incredible. I'm gonna stop with the beaver jokes, I promise. It's the first day. I have to get them out of my system. I can't help it. These are fantastic. I think they're better than Flaming Hot Cheetos Puffs. They have more of a sweet, tangy, cheesy flavor, but they're not overly salty. I've noticed Cheetos Puffs and just Cheetos in general are too salty. This has a nicer balance, and the heat is a bit more smoky and cayenne-y, a bit paprika-y compared to normal Cheetos. So there's a sweetness, a smokiness, and a spiciness that I love. These are 10 out of 10. Next up, we have the beef jerky. I did get cherry maple, and I don't know how to order beef jerky. Like, do I ask for a pound, a whole side of cow? Like, I only need 1 piece to taste it, you know? So I literally asked her, I was like, can I just have 1 piece of the cherry maple? And she was like, sure. And she was really nice to me. So it all worked out. I think she gave me a big piece. I saw her grab it. She was like, this is a man that needs his meat. She knew. She also kind of like scrunched it into a ball, kind of like a piece of toilet paper. So that's fun. Oh, it's very cold. Do they keep the meat really cold? Wow, that is a schlong if I ever saw one. It's like ice cold. Am I supposed to heat this up? Oh! Wow, that's different. Listen, I was born 30 years ago. Why is my seat heater on? My butt is burning. Okay, it's off now. I was born 30 years ago, and in those 30 years, I don't think I've ever in my life had fresh beef jerky. Is this what fresh beef jerky tastes like? It's different. I've only had like the kind of in like the little red bag that has the packet of stuff you're not supposed to eat in it. Why'd that packet always look kind of delicious though? Don't eat it. Don't eat that. It says do not eat it. But something about it. Ooh. So I've only had those kinds of beef jerkies. This is very different. Like the beef is still greasy. I've never had greasy beef jerky. It's almost like eating a really hard steak, like a steak that is meant to break your teeth. It is nice and chewy. It does have some more tendons and ligaments, you know, just kind of connecting the pieces together, but I guess that just means it's more authentic. And the flavor is nice. It is sweet. There's the slightest hint of cherry, but not much. But it does add a little bit of freshness, a little bit of sweetness. Otherwise, it has a simple beef jerky flavor. It's just fresher and greasier. So I'm gonna give it a nice 7 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I am gonna try other flavors throughout the week. This is just the first one. I saw they have like a lemon pepper one, love, and a spicy one. I'm gonna try it all. This is my week to shine at Buc-ee's, so we're gonna make it happen. Let me carefully lift my soda. It's about to bend and snap again, like Jennifer Coolidge. Now it's time for the chicken and fries. I've never had Buc-ee's chicken tendies or their fries. And I got some ranch, Hidden Valley. They don't even have their own ranch, that's crazy. And some ketchup. Heinz. By the way, apparently Buc-ee's, oh, that's a lot of food. Wow, look at that. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. Apparently Buc-ee's is known for their clean restrooms. And of course, I had to take a piss after that long drive. Is this how truckers feel every day? They just gotta piss everywhere? Anyway. But I gotta say, the bathroom did look clean, but it stunk. It stunk bad. So either a beaver farted out some sawdust like, or a trucker got diarrhea. Oh! Let's first try a fry. These are thick cut, almost steak fry sized. Oh my God. These are better than I expected, to be honest. I really love these. These are the kind of fries that have that rough outside because they're in some sort of a batter. I have seen someone call them eczema fries. Girl, I can relate. I've never related more to an Idahoan before in my life. So they're not seasoned, but they do have that kind of crispy, fair food, slightly sweet, battered flavor to them. The outside is so incredibly crunchy. Now the inside is a little mushy. It's one of the mushier fries I've had, but the outside kind of compensates for that because it just really makes the molars say, oh my God, I've never felt that crunch before. They're also perfectly salted. Delicious. I'm gonna give those fries a 9 out of 10. So impressed. Now it's time for the chicken tendies, first by themselves and then with ranch. Okay. Listen up, Valley. I know you're shy. You're always hiding away. I know being such an exposed Valley can be very daunting. You don't have any privacy. Even though you think you're hidden, you're not. We all see you. But I'm gonna need you to step it up, come out of hiding, and give this chicken tender some flavor, because she needs you. Typically, I'm not a big fan of Hidden Valley Ranch. I rarely try to find it. It just always has such a strong processed flavor to it. But dare I say this tastes a little different and a little less processed. It has more of a sweet Parmesan-y black pepper flavor to it than your typical Hidden Valley. So I'm happy with that. The tender though could be a lot better, to be honest. The pollo within does taste real. It doesn't have a foamy vibe to it, so that's good. But the breading is much too thick. It's very rocky, rockier than the Rocky Mountains. Am I right, truckers? When you drive through those mountains, you say to yourself, this isn't nearly as rocky as a chicken tender from Buc-ee's. Where's all the rocks? Exactly. I'm in that trucker mindset already. And the flavor of the tendy is really lackluster. I wouldn't compare it to like a Chili's tender. I would compare it more to like an Applebee's tender. Yeah, I said it. They're barely salty enough. There's barely any black pepper flavor. Really no seasonings. It just tastes like plain thick breading. I would not get them again. I'm gonna give them a 4 out of 10. Last but not least, we have dessert. This is birthday cake fudge. Now, I haven't had fudge since I was probably like 10. I remember one of my sisters made fudge and it was so icky sweet. Even 10-year-old me was like,
what's wrong with you? Why is it so sweet? It's disgusting.
I was very outspoken as a kid. And I don't think I've had fudge since, definitely not birthday cake fudge. So this is different. If it's your birthday today, this is for you. Happy birthday. I couldn't find a candle. And also I don't think it's safe to light a candle in my car, but I'm gonna light a psychological candle just for you. Oh my God, it burns. This is a heavy piece of fudge, guys. What in the world? Have you ever seen Cake Boss? Was he bossy? Right. For real. Have you seen Cake Boss? When they make those big fancy cakes, they always look delicious, but you know they're never gonna taste delicious because they're covered in fondant, and fondant is such a disgusting form of Play-Doh. This tastes like fondant, like pure fondant. It really just tastes like powdered sugar and like butter. Like that's it. I'm not getting any birthday cake vibes whatsoever. It is just so extremely sweet with no flavor to balance out the sweetness. Nothing. Horrific. I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 10. Disgusting. disgusting. So I think that my first Buc-ee's meal was a little hit or miss, but we got 7 meals to go, girlies. We have so much more to try. So stay tuned. Welcome back to Buc-ee's channel. We are about to go back inside and go on our little shopping spree. I'm buying shirts. I'm buying everything I need for the week to get into the Buc-ee vibe.
So I started by getting some things I needed, like water for my hotel room. I also got some paper towels for my wet car. And now it's time for some clothes and apparel. So I got this pink Buc-ee shirt that says, love me some boots and Buc-ees. I don't even own any boots, but honestly, someday I want to own boots. I want to be a cowboy. I want to ride a bull and I want to run away from it. You know what I mean? Like, it looks so fun. And then I also got this tie-dye Florida shirt because I'm from Florida and I don't own any tie-dye, so now I do. And I got another shirt that says, the best days are Buc-ee's days. Oh, so inspirational. I love it. I also had to get this Buc-ee's plush. I have a very round face. At least I've been told that. And this plush had a round face. So I really related to its insecurity. And then I got this little Buc-ee's hat because I don't own any hats that show off my bald head. Needed it. And I got this hat because once again, I don't have any hats like this. What's this called? A bucket hat or something? And I got a straw hat too. Because once again, I don't own anything made out of straw. I got my Buc-ee's wardrobe. I'm so excited. It is now, wait, I'm looking both ways. Give me a second, girlies. It is now time to go and check into our Holiday Inn hotel room, our home for the next 4 days. We're here, and so is my massive vein. Oh, please don't pop. It actually looks super cute. We're surrounded by the forest, so if I disappear, just know it was Bigfoot. I couldn't help it. I love massive feet, and I had to follow him in. There's actually a noise coming from the forest. I'm not joking. Why am I investigating this? What is that? Ooh, did you hear it? I was just joking about Bigfoot before. I really didn't think he was gonna be in there, but I guess he is. Okay, I'm gonna be extra careful, and I'm not into massive feet. That was a joke. Holiday inside the Holiday Inn. Oh, oh, oh. So they had this little tiny pool. It's really cute and it looked clean. And they also had these rusty chairs outside. Very nice. So I went in and honestly, I was expecting not much, but it wasn't not much. It was a lot of goodness. What am I saying? I sound like Glinda. Does wicked make you good or does good make you wicked? What did she say again? The lobby was actually pretty nice, pretty modern. The furniture, the chairs, the walls, everything felt very up to date. So I was very impressed by that. They had a little restaurant on the side and this is the elevator. The elevator did look very old fashioned, but guess what? All it has to do is move us. It doesn't have to entertain us. It doesn't have to be pretty to look at. So far, this place is nicer than I expected. I was expecting something a lot more run down. This is glitz. This is glam. Maybe I spoke too soon. Okay, so my room is 317. I think we're almost there. Look, guys, look at the hallways. Cute, honestly. Oh, I love this pattern. I think it's something floral. Oh, this is me. Hey, home. Is this gonna work? Yes, that was easier than expected. Oh, good. I love it. Honestly, you might think, Timmy, it probably looks like a basic hotel room. It does. But am I the Queen of England? No. Do I expect opulence 24/7? Sometimes, but not today. This is pretty nice. It's a big room, okay? We have 2 beds, well made, well done, like a burger. What? Food is always on my mind, girls. I'm a glutton. This is my favorite feature of the room so far. This gorgeous AC vessel. You guys don't know. A lot of people prefer like a full AC unit that has like a little door and it's like in the roof or whatever, you know, like in the tubes, AKA spoiled brats. I prefer a gorgeous window unit. You know why? Because it gets the room the coldest and the odor. Nothing smells better than a motel window AC unit. I don't know if you've ever smelled one, but if you have, it truly smells like the ocean breeze come to life. If an ocean breeze could say, hey, I'm a person now, I'm alive, what? I just adore it. If they made a candle that was scented Holiday Inn AC unit, I would buy it. I would buy it full price from Bath & Body Works. That's a lot.
Oh, it's gonna be such a good 4 days.
Let's open the window up. We have a nice view of some trees. That one looks like it's about to tip over, but she's holding on. Good for her. Persevere just like me and Reba. We have a chair that looks like it was made for a grandfather to sit in. You know how certain chairs have a grandfather vibe? This is one of them. I'm sure the sit down air is potent. And we have a little table, a lamp. Does it work? Yes. Thank you, Einstein. Every day I'm like, that light bulb wouldn't be turning on if it wasn't for Albert. So love you, Albert. Here we have a tiny little picture. They couldn't find the right sized frame, so they just got a big one and they added a lot of paper around it. I think that's very crafty. And the picture is of I think that's a tree and a bush. Okay, so foliage really is the theme. And does this one turn on? Yes, Thomas, we love you. We have a gorgeous mirror, so every time I'm about to go to Buc-ee's, I can make sure I look my best. And we have a desk, so I can edit while I'm here. That's perfect. Got to keep the business growing, right? We have some more tiny pictures. I really don't know what happened here. Can they not just print out a full-size image? Here we have a Vizio TV. I'm guessing Sam was busy singing, so they couldn't get him. And then we got some drawers. Is there any Last of Us mold in here? No. No. We're safe. We have another lamp. Okay, this one actually doesn't work. Wow. Well, you know, at least we have the others. We got Albert, we got Thomas. This one's probably made by Elon. And then we have an old-fashioned alarm clock in case if your phone explodes spontaneously, you'll have a backup alarm. That's great. Now, this is our little Frigidaire area to keep our Buc-ee's leftovers cold. Okay. Ooh, good temperature. Oh, there's ice. Love when there's ice because that means it's working, you know? And we have a microwavey and also a Keurig. Now, I think this is the closet. I love this old-fashioned kind of French door. Let's open it. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, it smells quite musty in here. Let me just say this is not the closet where I lived. This is someone else's because mine smelled real good. We have an ironing board, a little bag for your trash or clothes, or both if you like to put them together for some reason. And last but not least, the bathroom. Okay. Ooh, you know, for a bathtub, this looks pretty good actually. I really like the dark tiles. It makes me feel very modern and like my house is made of stone, you know? Well, actually, wouldn't that be like a prehistoric vibe then? Because people lived in caves, right? Like the Flintstones with their corn-filled feet. Girls, those feet worked harder than anyone else's feet. It looks very clean. We have the toilet where I expel my waste. Oh my God, that was so severe. Why did I say that? And another tiny picture, but this one's different than the trees. This is, what is that? It says S-O-R, soar? Who's soar? And then a baby back rib from Chili's. What is going on? I really don't know how to decipher that. I'm not a paleontologist. And this is a very nice sink. It also looks very clean. I like the granite, right? And there's me. So guys, this is 5 minutes from Buc-ee's. It isn't anything special, but it's a clean, nice hotel. I am really happy with it. I mean, I have stayed at a Holiday Inn once before and I really liked it, but that was in a different city, different era. So I didn't know what to expect, but it exceeded the expectations that I didn't even know I had, you know? So I am gonna settle in, maybe edit a little bit, and then in a couple hours, we're gonna go get our Buc-ee's dinner. And I'm bringing it home so we can eat in the hotel tonight. That's gonna feel so nice. We're here for dinner. Oh, there's multiple birds. Hey girls, you look cute. Just keep your flu germs away from me. Girlies, my stomach honestly feels a little bit greasy from my brunch. Buc-ee's grease sticks to the stomach lining. Okay, I don't know what that means. Ask Meredith Grey. So I'm hoping to find maybe some fresh items, some vegetables, minerals, but I'm also craving like a pulled pork sandwich, so I might get that too. You know what? I'm actually not really craving a salad now. Maybe tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. Ooh, but I am craving this kind of salad. Let's get that. I had to try some of Buc-ee's glazed nuts, so I got the glazed cashews, and I also got a Carolina pulled pork sandwich, some spicy pickled eggs. Oh, I was just craving it so bad. And then I also got this chocolate pie in a cup. And this is my final meal, just on a towel. It doesn't look like much, but hopefully it tastes delicious. Oh, I don't want to crawl too much. Might be a little too enticing for the audience. We're eating on the bed because I don't know why, it just feels more hotel-ish. But I put a towel down. Fun fact, I used to live in a motel. I'm not joking. A lot of people have to do that, and me and my family had to do that. It's a long story. We were sort of between houses, and I was about 10. All of my sisters were older than me, and they hated it. It was probably like the worst time of their lives, but that didn't matter because I loved it. I had the time of my life. I was 10. I was eating donuts every day for breakfast. I had cable for the first time in my life. Girl, I was living. But I'm very grateful that we got out of that, and if you're in that situation, girl, it will get better, I promise. But anyways, let's feast. What should we try first? Should we try the cashews? I think we should. So these are glazed cashews. Everyone talks about Buc-ee's nuts. I've never had Buc-ee's nuts. I've never even smelled Buc-ee's nuts. But they smell
quite manly. Whoa.
I'm just joking. They smell like a sweet cereal. Those are very crusted. Look at that, guys. They are completely coated in this crust, for lack of a better word. I've never used that phrase before. I sound like a poet. I feel like Taylor Swift. Listen, I love cashews. I love their creamy texture. I love their very tame flavor. I love their richness. So I thought I would like these a lot, but to be honest, I'm not gagging like in a good way. I'm gagging in a bad way. They are so sweet. It just tastes like cashews completely coated in sugar. It's actually very reminiscent of the birthday cake fudge. It just tastes like sweetness with no substance. There's a car farting. Can you stop? If you like munching on pure sugar in granulated form or cube, I think you'll love this, but I need more. I have a complex palate. It's not my fault. It's not my fault I have a wide set palate. Okay, it's time to try the spicy pickled eggs. So I know this is random, I know it's weird, but I saw it there and I thought to myself, this is gonna finally help me break the world record for world's most stinkiest fart, because this is gonna put a hole in the ozone. In all seriousness, I've never had a pickled egg and I've definitely never had a spicy pickled egg. I love spicy things. So this is gonna be very experimental for me, and I'm not dumb enough to open this on the bed, even if there's a towel. This is too crazy. I'm not that wild, so I'm gonna go over here. Oh my God. Okay, in all seriousness, I don't think I can open it. Oh my God, I can't do it. I got the pickled eggs for nothing. For nothing. I'm giving up. The breathing worked. I guess that breathing on a can really makes it open. That is the eggiest flatulence I ever did smell. That is so potent. Let's see. Why do I love it? Wow, okay. Well, I really did enjoy that. There is a weird metallic aftertaste though. Oh, it tastes like a penny. It tastes like Abe Lincoln on a piece of metal. Yeah, that right there, that was the flavor of honesty. So not only does it look like my head, it tastes like a hard-boiled egg, freshly boiled. Someone just dropped it into the hot water and it's fresh, honestly. So I feel like the pickled flavor only really soaked into the outside layer of the white, and it just kind of tastes like a really tangy hot sauce on the outside. So it's like an egg dipped into hot sauce. I mean, I'm not mad at that. I like them, and I honestly think they would taste really good as deviled eggs. I'm gonna give those a nice 7 out of 10, yes. Next up, we have baked potato salad. Love baked potatoes, love potato salad. This should be good. You see that? Oh yeah. That's the sound of good Buc-ees. Oh. I hope my favorite part of the meal isn't the pickled egg, because then everyone's gonna question my judgment. You know, that has so much potential, but it has a glaring flaw that cannot be ignored. There is a very nice bright sour cream kind of green onion flavor to this potato salad. I also think it has an amazing texture. The potatoes are perfectly cooked and the sauce is nice and thick and it really sticks to the potato. But there's this weird, sweet, processed flavor. And I thought Buc-ee's was gonna be a bit more authentically country, you know? I thought it was gonna taste like it was made by the Amish or something, but this tastes like it was made in a factory. It's hard to describe, but I think it's coming from the bacon aspect of this. There is a slight smoky bacon flavor, but attached to it is this overly sweet, kind of fermented, almost dried fruit flavor. A lot of the times when something is too processed, it starts to get a prune or raisin flavor, something that'll make you unconstipated. It starts to taste like that for some reason, and this has that. And after a few seconds, it really took over the whole flavor profile, the whole bite, and I'm very disappointed. I don't even want any more of it. That's how strong that flavor is. I'm gonna have to give it a 3 out of 10. Wow! This pulled pork sandwich better slay. This is the Carolina pulled pork sandwich. They actually wrote a song about this sandwich called Sweet Caroline. That's like the remix. That's how much people love these Buc-ee's pulled pork sandwiches, okay? And that song is sung at every wedding, but people don't know it's about Buc-ee's, like that's crazy. So, okay, it's very dense, very heavy. It's like a little swine flavored brick. Oh my goodness, I think I'm liking it. Ugh. Blubber be gone. This sandwich is good. It's good. Is it amazing? No. People rave about the sandwich. They say, yeah, I got chicken Buc-ee's pulled pork sandwich. It's the best thing I ever saw. And while it is not bad, I'm not gooped. So I like the bun. It's a bit sweet. It reminds me of a sweet Hawaiian roll. And the pork itself is mostly good, besides the fat blobs, which is common with pulled pork. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't like the fat blobs. I'm sorry. If you want my fat blobs, I will happily throw them at you. You can catch them with your mouth. They might bounce off your face, but I'm not eating them. I just don't enjoy the texture, you know? So other than the fat blobs, I think it is high quality pork. It tastes slow cooked. I think that the sauce might be the lackluster part here. It's not a bad sauce. It's just not strong enough. Like, there is a little bit of barbecue-y sweetness, a little bit of smokiness, but it's not a loud flavor. So it's good. I'm enjoying it, but it could be better. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. We kind of look alike, right? Give me some wood. I'll chop it up for you, sis. Now get out of here. Let's try my dessert, the chocolate pie cup. Oh, look at that, girlies. I love anything that has to do with pudding, and this looks like pudding. That's so good. That's the Buc-ee's authenticity I wanted. This tastes like homemade. It tastes like someone made this in their kitchen. It tastes like someone named Peggy Mae brought it to her Sunday potluck and all her friends devoured it in 2 seconds and she was like, oh, I really am the best cook at church. And she just made it out of some Jell-O packets. That's what this tastes like. Peggy Mae, I love you. Like I said, it literally tastes like it was made out of instant Jell-O packets with Cool Whip and Oreo crumbs. It's so simple, but that's what makes it so delicious. It just works. So I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. Okay, so dinner was probably like 50-50, 50% good, 50% bad, but I'm full, I'm happy, and my stomach feels better. I think the pudding kind of acted as a Pepsid AC. Oh, AC, I have an AC unit.
Girlies, I'm going to bed. I have my eyes closed because I don't want to scare you. I have my eye ointment in. If you don't know, I have dry eye.
Like severe dry eye?
And if I don't sleep with ointment in my eyes, sometimes my eyelid gets stuck to my eyeball in the middle of the night and it rips it. Isn't that pleasant? So this is what the ointment looks like. Can you see it? I don't know if it's that visible, but I can barely see anything when I have it in, so. Do I look scary? Oh, the bed is really comfy. I had a great first day. I'm ready for the rest of the week. Day 2. Girl, this is called Buc-ee Couture. Haute couture. What does that even mean? We should ask Tyra. She knows how to model from H to T. She knows how to smize. I slept so good. The bed was so comfy. I feel very energized. This shirt smells like bacon. I'm not joking. It smells like cured meats. And I'm really hungry. We're having an earlier brunch today so that we can try the breakfast options. So are you ready to have a little hoedown? A little hoedown. Hey little lady, what do you like to dance? Let's go to a rodeo and lasso something. Let's go to a rodeo and eat a beer. Good morning, Buc-ees. The sunlight glow looks beautiful on you today. I'm sort of getting to know the store now, girlies. Like, it's becoming a second home for me. Here's some of the breakfast options. So for my brunch, I got the Beast Burrito. It comes with bacon, sausage, eggs, potatoes, and cheese. And I got some green and red salsa to go with it. Plus, I also got a brisket and egg taco. And I got some beaver tater tots, a cranberry orange walnut muffin, and these spicy Buc-ee's nuggets. So that's my brunch. What do we think, girlies? I think it looks great.
Let's first try the beaver nuggets. This is the bold and spicy flavor. I didn't notice it said sorta above the spicy. Who are they trying to market to? People with weak mouths? I'm not one of those people. I like actual spice. So hopefully there's a bit of spice in here. I think I tried the main beaver nuggets when I was here last time, and I liked them a lot. They were like kind of like caramel corn flavored Cheetos in a sense, and it was a beautiful collaboration of flavors. I loved that. Ooh, smells spicy. Oh, I just realized these are almost the exact same types of chips I got yesterday. Guys, when I see something spicy, I need it. They're okay. You know, they could be spicier, but they are quite tangy. There's a nice vinegariness in there, but they're way too salty. You know, beavers have to watch their sodium. I have seen them swell so big they start floating away.
And then they get to the atmosphere and they just pop.
And their teeth fall back to earth. They're so salty that I only just want a few of them, you know? I'm gonna have to give these a 6 out of 10. Let's try the beaver tots. You know what I'm about to say. Oh, Ryder.
Idaho farts.
These taste like frozen tater tots that have been fried. They could be Ore-Ida, or they could be Sonic, you know, because those taste kind of similar. They're a little stale, to be honest. They're not super crunchy, but they are salty. There's not a lot to say here. I'm going to give them a 6 out of 10. They're nothing special, but they're fine. They get the job done, right? Next up, we have the brisket egg taco. I know steak and eggs are a thing, especially for the keto girlies. They will have literally like 10 eggs and a whole T-bone steak and gnaw on that the whole night like a dog. But I've never been a huge steak and egg person. I just feel like whoever created it wanted an extra pricey breakfast item so they could upcharge during breakfast too. You know what I mean? Also, who goes to Denny's and orders a steak and eggs? Why is that so funny? Why did I laugh so hard? So I'm excited for this, but I do feel like it's gonna have a steak and eggs vibe. What's up with this? This is so many stickers. I'm covered. So this is it. Honestly, it's a pretty heavy taco. It's almost like a mini burrito. Okay, it's very formed, very molded to the taco shape. So it's just eggs.
Sorry, I can't show the result to you while you're in the car.
Girl, I didn't ask you anything. Oh yeah. I'm very pleasantly surprised, especially by the eggs. The eggs taste totally real and fresh. They don't taste powdered. They don't taste like they've been frozen. It tastes like someone's in the back of Buc-ee's scrambling eggs as we speak using their huge man muscles, because they're probably a part-time trucker. Truckers have huge muscles. Why would they? They're always driving. Maybe they have like big leg muscles because of like pressing on the pedals a lot. It's probably that. Maybe he's scrambling it with his leg. We don't know. And the brisket really brings all the flavor. It has a really strong smoky flavor and it really brings like a strong hamminess, but in beef form, you know? And it's not that processed fake smoke droplets flavor. It's like real brisket. So I'm impressed. And yes, I didn't try it with the salsas because I'm saving my salsas for the burrito. I feel like it's much bigger. It's gonna need both. And I'm not wasting a drop. So I'm gonna give the brisket taco a very nice 8 out of 10. I think it's delicious. I think some cheese, though, would really take it to the next level. So think about that, Buc-ee's CEO. Who owns Buc-ee's? Let me see. Buc-ee's CEO. Arch Applin III. He's a third. Oh, so he's from one of those families that names their kids after themselves and then they name their kids after themselves. Conceited. Conceited. No offense, Arch. It is now time for the burst breakfast burrito. Are you telling me Belle's husband made this? That's crazy. I've never seen a dog make a burrito before. I hope there's no paw prints on it. So this is the biggest like fast food burrito I've ever seen. It isn't like Chipotle sized, but it's almost there. I'm gonna first try it by itself and then with the salsas. Green salsa. Ooh. Red salsa. I like that. That's good. You know what I like about that? It tastes exactly like what you would imagine a good breakfast burrito to taste like. You know, certain breakfast burritos can be disappointing. Let's say the potatoes in it aren't seasoned enough, or the bacon is floopy. Floopy? What, it's a Spy Kids? Floppy. Everything in here tastes good and classic. There's hash browns, there's the good scrambled eggs, there's a classic breakfast sausage crumble moment, and the bacon tastes nice and crispy. And I'm noticing that everything in it is sort of mixed together. There's a little bit of everything in every bite. And that makes it just taste really satisfying. Would I have preferred if they added a Chipotle sauce or some sort of a cream-based sauce to it? Yes. I think that would have taken it to the next level, but at least they have the salsas. The green salsa is fantastic. It's like a limey tomatillo. Every time I say tomatillo, I think of myself because in Spanish, my name is Timoteo. So I'm like, tomatillo. I just feel connected to the green tomatoes out there. So fry me up. But the red salsa to me just tastes like processed tomato juice. It has no flavor and it tastes canned and jarred and nasty. But overall, I love this burrito. This is a burrito for a man. This can fit into a man's hand. Very very comfortably, see? And I got big hands, at least I've been told that. I do have very skinny, long fingers, and some of them are crooked, but I would still consider this a man's hand, would you not? Last but not least, we have the cranberry orange walnut muffin. I didn't see the walnut part. Do they have to add nuts to everything? My goodness, Archie. You're just crazy for nuts, aren't you? Oh. Oh. Oh,
That gave me what I needed. That gave me what I wanted.
listen, me and Alejandro are Panera stans, okay? We go to Panera at least once a week, and we know it's overpriced. We know it's processed mostly, but we just love the different sandwiches, and we love the different salads and the different soups, you know? And our favorite dessert there is the cranberry orange loaf. It's so incredible. This tastes just like that. If you've had that, you've had this, but this has walnuts. And I think that's the only downside. The walnuts texture does not go with the cranberries and the orange flavor. It doesn't work for me, but otherwise, it's such a moist, sweet muffin. The cranberries add a tart burst, like a gusher, and the orange adds a bright citrusiness. I love it. The breakfast food was kind of a slay. I am really impressed.
We are back at Buc-ee's, shocker, for my day 2 dinner. And I decided to get this club melt sandwich. It has a lot of stuff on it, you'll see. Some spicy peanut butter and caramel popcorn. This jumbo sausage on a stick wrapped in a tortilla. I know you're thinking, Timmy, what? I thought the same thing. And some mustard potato salad, plus this fresh apple pie. And that's it, that's the full meal. Back at the hotel, what do we think?
I feel like I look cute, right? I don't know why. Like during lunch, I felt disgusting. Like my follicles that are going extinct were on full display. But I don't know why in this lighting, I'm kind of serving all-American hunk. I've never used the word hunk before.
I like that.
So before I forget, I've been getting a lot of comments saying, Timmy, you keep talking about this tinted moisturizer, but you haven't told us what brand it is. And it's been making me feel like a beauty influencer. I think I'm gonna change my name from Timmy's Takeout to Timmy's tinted moisturizer. It has a nice ring to it, you gotta admit. Anyways, this is not sponsored. There's no partnership, there's no link, there's nothing like that. This has just changed my whole confidence, okay? It's this one little product. It's by Cetaphil, it's for skin redness. It has SPF, so even if the sun tries to come for you, you can say,
Back away, ball of gas.
and yeah, it does have this kind of like tanned color to it, and my skin is the shade of Hellman's, but it somehow blends in and just makes me look literally perfect. So there you go. You're welcome. Let's first try these spicy peanut butter and caramel popcorns. I know, I keep getting spicy snacks, but I just love spicy snacks. I can't help it. Ooh, smells like Captain Crunch. Aye.
Spicy. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wow. Oh my goodness. I feel it in my nostril. I really do. It's tingling. These are incredible. They taste like a Nutter Butter with cayenne pepper sprinkled on top. That's it, but it somehow works really well. The popcorn inside is very crunchy, and there's this thick, sweet, peanut buttery coating, and it's genuinely spicy, but the spiciness does not have a flavor, if that makes sense. It only brings the heat. These are perfection. I'm giving them a 10 out of 10. Next up, we got this. Oh, I'm sorry for bumping into you, sir. This sausage on a stick wrapped in a tortilla. I've never heard of anything like this. It sounds intimidating, terrifying, but also exciting. Everything is wrapped up in a big sticker. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Also, this is not just like a hot dog. This is like legit a different kind of huge sausage. It's so heavy, guys. It's got a weight to it. There's no sauce, there's no cheese. It's just a tortilla and a hot dog. Let me just break off the tip. Oh my God. So that we can get to the tortilla, right? Okay. The tortilla tastes extremely fresh. It's so doughy and stretchy. And the sausage itself isn't bad at all. It's just very
Intense.
It tastes like an Italian sausage meets a Slim Jim. So it has that Slim Jim tanginess, but with the heartiness and warmth that a Italian sausage has.
Mamma mia, it's a spicy sausage.
This one's not spicy, but I'm not a big fan of the texture though. I think the texture is a bit chewy. It's also a bit chunky, like there's chunks of hard pieces in there, but I do like the flavor and I love the tortilla. So I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Yeah. Next up we have potato salad. So I tried the baked potato salad last night. I didn't love it, but this is just good old mustard potato salad. You guys know I'm a mustard stan. I love Dijon, French's, deli, spicy. The one with the seeds in it too, the gourmet one. And I also just love the seeds. I'll eat a handful of the seeds. That's how much I love mustard. So this looks pretty good. Seems to have little pimentos in it and it's very yellow. It's giving Minion, it's giving, you know, it's giving that. Let's see. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, they. I have to twirl. I'm stuck. I have to twirl. Now that tastes like a homemade potato salad. There's not one hint of processed vibes whatsoever. Someone fended off the robots while this was being made. They were like, stay away, you metal demon. And the robot was like, which translates to, what did I do, girl? The potatoes are perfectly cooked. And they're in these big chunks, different shapes, which makes it feel more rustic and authentic. And the flavor's perfect. It is a very sweet potato salad, but it works here because it's also very tangy. And it also has a strong relish flavor. Like relish is probably the main star and I'm really enjoying it. There's little crunchy pickle pieces, crunchy pimento pieces. It just works for me. Simple, classic, and as the French say, it's j'adore, Dior. That's a 10 out of 10 for me. Next up we have this club melt. Now it had a lot of ingredients on it, which is very different for Buc-ee's. They typically just put pork on a bun or a sausage in a tortilla, but they went all out here. I guess they're celebrating something, I don't know. This has ham, turkey, bacon, cheddar cheese, spicy mayonnaise, and sun-dried tomato pesto sauce. What? Isn't that crazy? I think Archie had an epiphany. He was like, I see a vision. I see a vision. We're gonna make a gourmet sandwich to go next to our pulled pork feast. We're gonna put sun-dried pesto and spicy mayo. Apparently he's Italian, as is Lady Gaga. Love her so much. She always says, I'm Italian every chance she gets, which I can't really relate to because I'm half Cuban and I really like to keep that private. I barely mention it. I don't know, it's a bit personal for me. So please respect that. Ooh, girl, the cheese is gooping. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. That looks really saucy and really good. It's oozing like a pimple. I would have finished it, but the rest is bread. Wow, give me a second. I need a paper towel. Bruh, hold me back, bruh. Archie, that's what happens when you use more than 2 ingredients. Flavor. Have you heard of it? Oh, that was a drag. No, listen, Buc-ee's has been pretty good so far, but this was so much better than the other sandwiches. This has different levels and layers of flavor profiles. You know, some profiles are looking this way and some are looking this way. I feel like I have a good profile, right? The turkey itself is in a thick layer, so it's very hearty, very filling, and it has such a strong smoked hammy flavor. And because there's ham on it already, it just kind of accentuates the ham and makes it taste more hammy. And I'm not a huge ham person, but it tastes really good in this. The cheddar cheese is salty and it really melts down into the sauce and just becomes ooey gooey. It's a tiny bit spicy overall, and the sun-dried tomato goop is sweet and it goes so well with the cheese. It all comes together and makes a delicious experience. I'm gonna give it a very strong 9 out of 10. Loved it. Now it's time for Granny Smith's offspring, the fried apple pie. This is cute. It's like an apple pie pocket. Oh, it's dripping. Well, not dripping, but it's sprinkling. Look at that. Yes. Oh my goodness. Every time I think Granny Smith can't outdo herself, she does. And she says, how you like them apples? The filling is the best part. It really tastes fresh. It's more tart than your typical apple pie, which I really loved because that kept it from being too sweet overall, but it still had that classic apple pie richness, right? And the wrapping crust stuff, super crunchy, super fried, a little too fried. I did taste a slight old oil flavor in the background, just a little bit, but otherwise still delicious and just the right amount of cinnamon sugar coating. It was almost perfect. If it didn't have that old oil background flavor, it would have been a full slay. So I'm gonna give it a very strong 8 out of 10. Dinner overall was pretty fantastic. I think things are really looking up now. Day 3, girlies, this look. Oh, oh. I just feel like I'm ready for anything, especially gardening. If you need a gardener, call me. I have a green thumb. I think it might be a fungus, but who cares? I'm making sustenance. Anyways, let's go. So I just noticed this Buc-ee statue for the first time. I think it's made out of metal, and whoever carved it said, let's give Buc-ee the biggest mouth on the planet. Why not? For my day 3 brunch, I got a sausage, egg, and cheese golem. And then I also got this sausage, cheese, jalapeno kolache and a cherry kolache. I had no clue what they were, but life is about taking risks, girlies. I also got these candied pickled chips and a Buc-ee's overbite. Okay, so that is my full meal. What do we think? It's a lot of paper. I really can't. Hey, girl. Oh, there's a lady. Hi. Don't look at me. Honestly, I feel like I'm giving the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz and also Wicked. I'm not gonna tell you who it is. Spoiler alert. The theater girlies know. What if a horse just shows up and starts eating my hat? What then? Honestly, I'd probably go viral, so horses! Okay, so let's first try these candied flavored pickle chips. I've had spicy pickles, I've had Vlasic pickles, I've had my fair share of gherkins, as have you, but I've never had candied pickles. That's crazy. Are they gonna have like sugar crystals on them? Ooh, they smell very sweet. So they look normal, they don't look candied. Oh,
I hate it.
that tastes like a bread and butter pickle with extra bread and extra butter. They have that same sweetness, that same nastiness and disgusting vileness, but times 10. So if you're a dill girly like me, you're gonna hate them. I don't get why they didn't just call them extra sweet bread and butter pickles, because these definitely don't feel candied. Candied items have a different texture, a different granulated vibe, you know, and these just don't. So I'm gonna give them a 1 out of 10. Disgusting. I feel like I'm being extra mean today. It kind of feels good to be bad. Let's keep dragging. I'm just kidding. If something's good, of course, I'm gonna be shook and slayed. Don't worry. I'm always honest, even when I'm full of sass. Next up, let's try, what was this called? The sausage and jalapeno kolache. What is a kolache? It sounds like colonoscopy and a slushy put together. Girl, that sounds cold. So I have no clue what a kolache is. I hope it's colossally delicious. So it's warmed up, and I'm assuming it has sausage and cheese and jalapenos inside, so. Oh. It's a whole sausage. Wow. I thought it was gonna be like crumbled. Mmm. Mmm. Wait. Oh my kolache. This is surprisingly delicious. First of all, the bread is so doughy and fresh and yeasty. It's like the perfect dinner roll, but it's stuffed, you know? Now the sausage tastes a lot like that massive one I tried yesterday. It tastes just like it, but like shrunken down. So it has the same saltiness, that same slight Slim Jim flavor. And then the cheese and jalapeno aspects of this are just basically a cheesy jalapeno sauce. It reminds me of like movie theater cheese sauce, or like almost like Cheese Whiz, like the canned cheese. And that might sound nasty, but somehow it goes so well with this sausage and the bread. It all comes together and it's super delicious.
I love it.
I'm gonna give it a very strong 8 out of 10, yes. Okay, next up we have the other kolache. This is a cherry kolache. It looked totally different. Compared to the other kolache, it is sort of giving a Danish vibe. You see that? It's like a Danish meets a crumble. You know what it looks like? Meets a crumble. I meant like a strudel, you know? You know what this looks exactly like? You know those little cookies? I forget the brand, but it's like someone's aunt or someone's grandma. No. It's like Mrs. something, Mrs. Farm or something like that. And it's a low bag of cookies that's always in vending machines, and it's these like little raspberry shortbread type of little things. This looks just like that, but just magnified. So let's try it. Oh my god. I wish my kolache tasted that good. It's gone. There's people right in front of me looking at me. What are you looking at? Is it my hat? I'm about to go gardening. But I don't owe you an excuse. I don't owe you anything. I could wear this if I just wanted to. Yeah. Keep walking. They actually left like a minute ago. So that kolache is delicious. The cherries in the middle tasted like a fresh cherry pie filling, not canned, fresh. Still juicy, still tart. Love. And the kolache itself, why is this such a funny word? I love it. It's sort of like a Danish, but breadier and a bit fluffier and a bit more cakey actually. So it's like a lighter Danish experience. Less flaky, more crumbly. Very simple, but very delicious. I'm giving that 10 out of 10. I loved it. Next up, we have the sausage, egg, and cheese croissant. So they put scrambled eggs into a sandwich. That's different. It looks messy, but I kind of like that, you know, makes it look a bit more delicious. There's eggs falling everywhere. Wow. I did not expect to be that slayed. Girlies, that is, oh my God. That is jalapeno. The scrambled eggs really work. They really add such a different texture. They just feel more real than like an egg patty. And they just make it taste heartier and creamier and just the textures, the flavors, everything works. The sausage is so salty. It really brings such a strong breakfast sausage classic flavor, but like times 5. The American cheese is so ooey gooey. And the croissant is so flaky. It tastes like a fresh croissant from a real bakery. It's ridiculous. Honestly, I think that's the best thing I've had at Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's breakfast food kind of eats, girlies. I'm giving that a 10 out of 10. So last but not least, we have Buc-ee's Overbite. This sounds quite vile, to be honest. Have you ever seen a beaver's tooth? Was it yellow? Exactly, it was very yellow. Beavers have the most yellow teeth, probably full of plaque, tartar, and leftover splinters. It's just not something that I've ever wanted to eat. I've never thought to myself, I'm craving a beaver's tooth. But apparently this is chocolate and peanut butter. It's not actual beaver teeth, so that's good. It says 1/4 pound of goodness. Fun fact, before I got braces, I had a crossbite. I was like, well, I wasn't like that, but I was like a little like that. So the fact that my crossbite is gonna bite into an overbite is like the multiverse of madness right here. Okay, this is what it looks like. It's like a half melted hockey puck. Look at his face, he got all smudged. You should have used some more setting powder. It tastes like a Reese's peanut butter cup, but just a lot sweeter. And the chocolate is a lot thicker. And it's overall just a bigger portion. So I don't know how anyone could eat the whole thing just like based on the sweetness. I think that I had 2 tiny bites. I'm already done with it. I'm
Sick of it.
It's just too much. So I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10, but it's not terrible. Well, most everything else was a slay and a goop. So this was a great meal and I'll see you at dinner time.
For my day 3 dinner, I got these ranch crackers and I also got another chunk of fudge. It's pecan chocolate fudge and a fried chicken sandwich as well, plus a chicken burrito fajita moment. And last but not least, a paddle tail pastry.
So I'm so hungry. I am at the point of hunger, but luckily I'm alone, so there's no one to take it out on.
But I do.
Let's try these ranch crackers. Side note, this is random, but while I was at Buc-ee's, I saw the biggest bird caca on someone's car. It was huge. It was massive. It was about this big. Listen, I don't know if there's ostriches flying around here, if the local zoo set one free, or if there's a massive bald eagle dropping patriotic crumbs. Anyways, let's stop talking about bird caca and let's eat. So these are literally just crackers flavored like ranch. Oh my God. Wow, it says rich and robust flavor. And they did not lie, it's robusting. These taste just like oyster crackers that you put onto like chili and soup, but with an extremely potent layer of ranch seasoning. It's the strongest ranch flavored snack I've ever had. Very salty, a little too salty actually, but it's still very good. And it really does taste like a Hidden Valley packet caked onto the oyster cracker, a lot like how the bird caca was caked onto that person's window, which I don't know how they're gonna see out of that. They're a simple, flavorful snack, and if they weren't so salty, I'd give them a 10. So I'm giving them a 7. Let's move on to the real food. Let's try this fried chicken sandwich. And I got a thing of ranch to go with it, just in case if it's like dried up, you know. Oh, there's sauce on it, there's sauce. This is big. Oh my goodness, wow. The sauce smells sweet, and the chicken patty is real hefty, like an on-brand trash bag. Let's see. You know what? I feel like the bun and the chicken do not go well together. The bun is too sweet. So let me try the chicken by itself. And I swear to God, if I get any comments saying, Timmy, you shouldn't be using paper towels, it's really bad for the earth. I'm in a hotel. What do you expect me to use? Toilet paper? That's not the worst chicken sandwich I've ever had, but it's definitely not a good one. It doesn't compare to Popeyes. Love that chicken from Popeyes. It doesn't compare to KFC. Finger licking good. And it also does not compare to Chick-fil-A. What's Chick-fil-A's slogan? Chick-fil-A slogan. Eat more chicken. That's it. It doesn't really have a ring to it. I can think of a better one. Pickle marinated chicken. Chicken marinated in pickle juice. First of all, they use the same bun that they used with the pulled pork sandwich and all those. That tastes good with those sweeter meats, but with chicken, it's just, it doesn't work. There's just too much of a sweetness contrast that is conflicting the boil. And the sauce that they use is also very sweet. I think that it might be the same sauce that they put on that club sandwich. It was great on there, but once again, with the chicken, it didn't really work. And the chicken patty itself isn't bad. It does have a nice crispy texture, but the inside chicken doesn't feel totally authentic. It might be a real chicken that grew up in the chicken coop, laid eggs, and said, girl, I'm done. I have stretched as far as I possibly can. I'm headed to Buc-ee's. To me, the texture is just the tiniest bit foamy, but not all the way foamy. It's like in between. It's weird. I don't know. It's like a mutated chicken. And the breading does not have a specific flavor. It just tastes like fried breading. You know what I mean? So it's just very simple, very plain, and a lot of it didn't work for me, but I still ate most of the chicken itself because I'm just really hungry. So I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. Sorry. Now it's time for the fudge. I did get a more classic flavor this time because the birthday cake was so vile and disgusting. This is just a pecan fudge moment. Let's see. I don't hate it. This is definitely a lot better than the birthday cake one. It really just tastes like chocolate ganache, and it's good in tiny little bites, but once again, it's very sweet, very rich. It's actually sweeter than like a bar of chocolate, if that makes sense. It tastes like it has double the sugar. I do like the texture though. It's doughy and slightly creamy, to be honest, but just still too sweet for me. I'm just not a fudge person, and that's okay. We don't all have to like everything. We don't all have to be the same. I'm gonna give it, compared to the other fudge, a 5 out of 10, but I still wouldn't get it again. Hold on, guys, I'm getting a call. It's my wife. God, I'm so sick of her. Hey, Tammy.
Hubby, I miss you. When are you coming home?
In 2 days.
Oh my God, it's just been too long. Where have you been?
I'm at Buc-ee's, working. I'm busy.
You're at Buc-ee's? Hubby, you have all the beaver you need right here.
We're not talking about that now, okay? I just want to keep avoiding it. No offense.
I get it, don't worry. I love you so much, love of my life.
Okay, see you later, buddy.
Oh my God.
A lot of you know about my wife, Tammy. That was her. We've been married since 1802, and I think I'm getting tired. I don't want to go home, please. Let's try the chicken burrito. So what did this have in it? Chicken, bell pepper, onions, rice, black bean, corn relish, and chipotle pimiento cheese. I always said pimento, but it's spelled pimiento? I kind of like that more. It sounds more French, right? Pimiento. Wow, grazie. Someone's knocking. Am I too loud? Was I too loud? There was no one there, so I'm pretty sure that was a warning knock of like, shut up. Okay, sir. I'm gonna speak low. I never want to be a nuisance. You guys know that. I thought no one could hear me. I feel so bad. I don't want to upset anybody. Well, let's try our chicken burrito. What if I see them in the hallway like tomorrow or something? I'm gonna be so embarrassed. I'm like shaking. Ooh, this smells good. I don't want to waste it. I don't like it. I feel like I can't talk out loud now. The chicken is very low quality compared to the other Buc-ee's items. You know what it's giving? It's giving Tyson. And that is the biggest insult I could ever say to anybody because Tyson is a horrible man. And he makes the most nasty, vile, processed chicken that tastes like beef grease for some reason. But it's chicken. How does it taste like beef grease? It just has that weird foamy texture. And there is a strong black pepper flavor, but otherwise it just tastes like processed. Like that's its own essence, that's its own vibe, you know? And there's a lot of bell peppers in here. I don't mind a little bit of bell peppers, but when they're like one of the main flavors, it's just giving mediocre fajita, and that's not cute. Also, the pimiento cheese honestly should be demoted back again to pimento cheese. It doesn't deserve the extra vowel because here it just tastes like a Velveeta brick. And I hate Velveeta brick cheese because once I ate like multiple bricks all in one day and I got the worst diarrhea of my life and I almost withered away. So I'm gonna have to give this a 3 out of 10. It's not it, girlies. Last but not least, we have, what's this called? The paddle tail. I think it's trying to be like an elephant ear or a bear claw, but instead it's a beaver's butt. It smells like a cinnamon roll, kind of. I want the center part of it. Ooh. I like it a lot. I'm not shook, but it's good. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like an elephant ear. So it has that kind of firm croissant-like flakiness meets a cinnamon roll. So it has like the cinnamon roll mixture on top of an elephant ear. It's very that. It's simple. And then the icing adds a little bit of extra sweetness. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna give this a nice 7 out of 10. See you guys tomorrow. It's the final day. Day 4. It's the final day. I do have a little health update. I don't think you should hear this. Go away. I have been taking my regular morning, how do you say, je m'appelle, dump. So that's good, but this might be a little TMI. The dumps have been quite small. I just feel like I'm not fully emptying out, and the size is sort of reminiscent of probably a beaver's droppings. So maybe that's part of Buc-ee's theme. They're like, come to Buc-ee's, you'll poop like a beaver. It is time to choose the food for my final brunch. And girlies, finally, the machinery factory robot thing was on. It's a tortilla maker. This is how they make their iconic, ooey gooey, delicious tortillas. It's giving Willy Wonka, but like the Latina version, like, hola Willy. I got some lemon pepper beef jerky. I also got a bean, potato, and cheese breakfast taco, a cinnamon roll, which was massive, and dill pork rinds, and these chocolate chip cookie dough chunks. That's the full meal. What do we think, girlies? Oh, hey! Hey, monster truck zaddy. No, that's a zaddy. I didn't even see him, but that's a monster truck, so it means it's a zaddy. Hello. So is this hack not giving? I kind of feel like a nun. You know, like those like nuns with those wings on their head? I'm kind of giving that. I feel like I could just take off at any second. Oh, there's a man coming. I think his truck is next to mine. Let me just act natural. Oh, he's carrying ice. Oh, he has muscles. If you can carry a whole bag of ice, then your bicep must be real plump. I'm just here in my nun hat, minding my business. Okay, let's just keep going because he's taking a while. Sorry, sir, but I have to be me at some point. Let's first try the dill pork rind. So I have never been the biggest pork rind fan. You might think, Timoteo, you're half Cuban and you don't like a pork rind? Yes, I don't. And also in Cuba, we call them chicharros. The thing is, I can't get the fact that it's pork skin out of my mind. You can call it a rind. You can pretend it's an orange. It's not an orange and it's not. Oh, he's banging his ice on the ground. Oh, he's looking at me. I've just never loved the flavor. I've never loved the idea of a pork rind, but I do like normal pork rinds more than chicharros. And their dill flavor, I love anything pickle. So if I don't like these, I'll be shocked. Oh. You know what that smells like? It smells like a pig burped. He's in his car and he's leaving. Bye, I'll always remember you. These are pretty good. You know, I really love the seasoning on them. They're very dill-ish, very sour, very vinegary, very pickled, but they can't cover up the fact that it's a pig. You know, I think there's a saying that goes something like, you can't put makeup on a pig because it's still a swine. What's the saying? No, it's something else. It's you can't put makeup on a pig because it's always gonna be an ugly pig. That's it. And I think the same goes here. Sorry, my car alerted me of something and I'm always on the watch. It just still has that pig skin flavor and I can't really fully get into it, but I do love the seasoning. So if you love pork rinds and you also love pickles, you will just adore these. I'm gonna give those a 5 out of 10. Next up, we have this chocolate chip cookie dough. I'm sure you know that eating raw cookie dough can give you salmonella. There's a car like backing into me. Girl, Should I honk? Should I honk? It's too close. It's too close. Oh my God, it's too close. It was too close, but I didn't have the guts to honk. But they stopped. They're just a few inches away from my car. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so a lot of people think you can get salmonella from the eggs in the cookie dough, but you can also get it from the raw flour. Did you know that? If you don't heat up your raw flour, it can also carry bacteria. And this has heat-treated flour in it. That's the main top ingredient. So they are protecting us. So let's try this cookie dough. Oh my God. Slap my salmonella and call me cookie. This is some of the best edible cookie dough I've ever had. It really just tastes so classic and so real. It doesn't have that weird like chalky texture that a lot of edible cookie doughs have. It just has the full dough texture. It is perfectly sweet, perfectly rich. It's everything you'd expect in a good cookie dough. And the chocolate chips are crunchy and delicious. Adore. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have the lemon pepper beef jerky. So this time when I ordered the beef jerky, I was a pro. I said, yeah, can I get one piece? One. I'm not asking for a pound. I'm not asking for too much. I'm just asking for a simple morsel. And he gave me it. What is this, mummy? There's so much paper for one piece of beef jerky. I could paint a whole canvas. Okay, this looks a lot drier than the other beef jerky in a good way. It doesn't look greasy, and it's like one full piece. It isn't connected by phalanges and all that. It has like a hairy texture. Come on, extensions. Now that's fantastic beef jerky. The lemon pepper flavor is subtle. I did want a bit more of a lemony punch, but it is there, and there is a very loud pepper flavor. So it's mostly pepper with a squeeze of lemon, a spritz. This is much drier than the other piece of beef jerky. It's less greasy, and it has more of a classy, real chewy jerky texture. Oh my gosh, another guy with ice. What's up with all these people crushing ice? Anyways, it's perfectly chewy. It's fantastic. I'm gonna give it a nice strong 8 out of 10. Very good. Let me just wrap it back up in its Charmin roll. Next up, let's try this bean potato cheese taco. This is technically a breakfast taco, I think, and it's just such an interesting combo, like bean, cheese, and potato. I've just never heard of that, but it somehow sounds good, you know? And the vegans, they are living for it. Even if it has cheese, they're like, girl, it's close enough. Okay, here it is. You can barely see inside, but smells real nice. And guys, they make their tortillas totally fresh. Did you see that conveyor belt electronic moment? That shook me. So let's first try it by itself and then with the green salsa. Oh, it's gone. I know you're probably thinking, Timmy, that sounds so simple. Beans, cheese, and potato. Girl, I know. You think I don't know that? I'm a world-renowned food critic. I've been all around Florida and the Bahamas. But let me tell you, every element of this burrito is so flavorful. It all works so well together. Wow. You know what? I think it is time for me to go vegan. I really do. The tortilla, first of all, is once again stretchy, amazing, and we know it's fresh. And the hash browns taste like hash browns, right? But the beans somehow accentuate them. They make them more cakey and they make them more salty, and the beans kind of fade to the background. So it kind of tastes like you're eating a very cakey, moist hash brown in a fresh tortilla with cheese. That is what it's giving. Like the beans are kind of hidden, but they're secretly adding so much. Like it's incredible. It's so simple. It works so well. And with the green salsa, I'm living. One of my favorite things, 10 out of 10. Wow. Now it's time for the cinnamon roll. So I had the beavers, what's it called? The beavers, what's the tail called? There's a certain name for it. The beaver's flap. I had the beaver's flap yesterday and it was actually very good. There's nothing better than a good old beaver's flap, am I right? That's what Tammy says when she's in the mood. And that's when I run. It was actually very good, but it was like a dried up cinnamon roll. I'm excited to try their actual cinnamon roll. I do think this looks like it has too much icing. I like a light icing on my cinnamon roll. This is like a very thick layer, so I might kind of like scrape it off with my finger.
Ooh, yeah, it smells strong. Yeah, oh my God. Oh!
That is ridiculous. I know we're in America, but girl. I'm gonna get the center piece because that's always the best part. Okay. Oh. I'm sure it would be better warmed up, as would any cinnamon roll, right? But I expected more. It's very dry, drier than your typical cold cinnamon roll. And it does have a strong processed cinnamon roll flavor. It reminds me of like a packaged cinnamon roll. It doesn't taste fresh whatsoever. And there is a lot of cinnamon goop, but the bread itself is not it. And then the frosting is like a cream cheese frosting but it's too cream cheesy that it doesn't taste like it should be on a cinnamon roll. You know what I mean? So I'm not into that. I'm not. I'm gonna have to give it a 3 out of 10. We only have one meal left, girlies. Let's try to make it the best one ever.
This is it, guys, the final Buc-ee's meal. So I decided to get some beaver nuggets, a chopped brisket sandwich, all the iconic items, right? A Texas cheesesteak burrito and a Texas sheet cake, a slice of that, plus these beaver chips. And that's it. What do we think? Looks great, right?
I was just shopping, obviously. I got my food. And the super nice lady that was working in like the pastry area was like, didn't I see you a couple of days ago? And I was like, yeah, that was me. And she was like, are you on vacation? And instead of explaining like a normal person that I'm a vlogger, which I typically do, even if I stutter it out, I just said to her, kind of, it's hard to explain. That's so unlike me. Typical me would either lie and say yes, or over-explain every detail of my career, which is world-renowned. But instead, I just made it mysterious, you know? That's so different. I kind of liked it. I'm gonna start saying that more often. It's hard to explain. You don't need to know. Don't look at me. Don't take my picture. I'm so hungry, and yes, I'm filming dinner in the car because I'm still scared of my neighbors. I got the iconic beaver nuggets. Even if I've tried them in the past, I can't not eat them in a Buc-ee's themed video. That feels wrong. It feels actually immoral. So let's try them again. They're better than I remembered. Like, way better. How y'all doing? I could eat the whole bag right now. They taste like toffee meets caramel corn meets Cheetos meets waffles with salt. It's like the lightest, crunchiest, most simple, satisfying dessert. And they are very sweet. They're like dessert level sweet, but 10 out of 10. I wish I was a beaver so I could eat these every day. I wish I was a beaver so I could live in a dam. Oh my gosh, a guy just stepped on gum. I just saw a guy step on gum. He's like right in front of my car and he stepped on gum, poor thing. And he looked at his shoe. He took it off and everything. Now he's walking by. Sir, I'm sorry about your gummy shoe. Okay, he's gone. So I've been seeing these every day. Oh my gosh, monster truck. They just haven't called my name yet, but it's the last meal, so I might as well try them, right? What? What? These are horrendous. They are crunchy, I'll give them that. They are salty, I'll give them that as well. But they taste like old rotting oil, not just a hint. That is the main flavor. Like oil that's been frying things since the 1800s when they discovered how to fry a Twinkie. That was truly a time of innovation. I think it was Thomas, I think it was him. They just taste like rotting cow fat. There's nothing more to say. I'm disgusted. I will never buy beaver chips again. Beaver chips have nothing on beaver nuggets. I'll just say that. Next up, we have the Texas cheesesteak burrito. I've tried almost all the burritos, I think. But this is more, I guess, of like a Philly cheesesteak in a fresh homemade tortilla. Woo! This is heavy and floppy. Oh. Wow. What's on this? Beef, bell peppers, onions, pepper jack cheese, and jalapeno mayo.
Wow.
I'm not the biggest Philly cheesesteak person, and not just because I've never been to Philadelphia, but also because, I don't know, they always taste the same. They always have that same meat, same pepper, same cheese, whatever. This tastes different. The beef in this is so incredibly juicy. Ew, what was on my lip? And salty, and it almost has like a vinegary, slight loose meat flavor to it. Love loose meat. There's like a mustardy flavor to the beef that just really makes it pop. The peppers aren't taking over. They're subtle and they're just there supporting their beefy friend. And the jalapeno mayo adds a little bit of a kick, a creaminess, and it ties it all together. And then the fresh tortilla is just everything once again. So this is a super delicious burrito. I did not expect this at all. To be honest, I expected to be a little disgusted for some reason. That's just the vibe I was getting. But it's the opposite. I'm obsessed. I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. What? Now it's time for the chopped brisket sandwich. I did get some pickles and jalapenos because I felt like it would probably need them, you know, because that pork sandwich was too plain. Oh, wow. Okay, it's like cubes of brisket. That's interesting. It's like Minecraft brisket. I haven't seen that movie. I have no plans to see that movie. Why do people like it so much? I don't want to be a hater, but did you guys see the videos of like people throwing popcorn at the showings, all that stuff? I hate that. I hate it, and it made me hate the movie without seeing it. I'm so sorry, Jack Black. I like Jack Black, but I'm very against Minecraft because of the crowds. I don't want to be part of the demographic that likes it if they're gonna act like that. I want to be as far away from them as possible. Anyways, sorry about the random rant. Can't we all just go to movies and eat rainbows and feel the sunshine like at Wicked? That was wonderful. Ooh, these are dill pickles. Good. Let's add those. Okay, yeah, you know, I don't know why I expected, once again, not to like this, but it's better than I expected. It's not the best brisket ever. Don't get it twisted, but it tastes lean, it tastes tender, it has a strong smoky flavor. The barbecue sauce is a little stronger in this sandwich than it was in the pulled pork sandwich. That was a bit drier. I think it tastes great with the sweet Hawaiian type of bun, and with the pickles and jalapenos, it's good. There's not a lot more to say because it's very similar to the pulled pork sandwich. I feel like it's just a little bit better than that. Don't let it go to your head. Oh, hello? I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Last item of the whole week. Yes, girlies, we have tried 40 items after this one, of course. 40! We basically ate the building. This is the Texas sheet cake. So, they flew it in from Texas. I'm guessing it's a specialty there. And she just kind of wrapped it up like it's a pastry or something, but it is, in fact, a slice of cake. And it looks like a brownie from the top, but it's not. I don't like the frosting. Let's take that off. Okay, here we go. That's where it's at. It's gone. Is this chocolate cake a magician? Because it disappeared. The cake itself is quite fantastic. It's one of the moistest cakes I've ever had. I don't know if Texans cook outside in the humidity just to get this texture. They might. It has a very light chocolate flavor. It's almost like a 50% chocolate flavor, 50% brown sugar flavor. There's a strong, like, brown sugary richness, which is different. I love it. You know, they say Texas. Wait, what do they say? Everything's bigger in Texas. Apparently, so are the amounts of brown sugar. So that's good to know. The frosting, though, is actually terrible. I think it's just so icky sweet. It doesn't even have a chocolate frosting flavor. It's more so just like a marshmallowy, ultra sweet frosting with a hint of chocolate. I didn't like that at all. And so because of that, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, but girlies, that's it. Our Buc-ee's adventure is over. We have seen many beavers, and we haven't just seen them. We ate their overbites. Honestly, I think Buc-ee's food is like 70% good, 30% bad in my opinion. And I feel like that's a very good ratio, you know, especially for a gas station. So I'm happy with my week. If you watched this whole thing, you're that girl. Give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more restaurant, gas station, and travel adventures. I love you so much. I'll see you next video. Bye, girlies.